And today we'll be making sopas. Our ingredients are celery, the chicken stock, the cabbage, and boiled carrots, evaporated milk, some butter, some onion, garlic, shredded chicken, hot dogs. Now that's a little unhealthy, and corned beef is a little unhealthy as well. And we have our macaroni over here. And that's gonna be all our ingredients. And I forgot to mention that the carrots was boiled with the chicken so that it's soft, you know. And right now I'm about to shred the fish. Oh, with chicken. The chicken. And here we go. Shred it into small pieces. That should be enough. And right there. Alright, that should be enough. And also, some of the chicken was already shredded by my mom. So, thanks to her, we managed to shred the chicken. And alright. So, right now, what's the first Alright, so... You started it yet? Alright, so we're going to be putting the butter in. And then the garlic, the onion, the chicken, the hot dog, and then the carrots. And last but not least, the chicken stock. So, by the way, we've already preheated it. There we go. Let's let it off. And alright. And the reason we're not using regular oil, like regular cooking oil, is because that would make it a little unhealthy. So that's why we're using butter. And the reason it's, melting because we've already preheated it. Alright. Then the next step, we put both of these in. Alright, like that. Like that. Garlic and onion. Alright, put them in. Alright. Like that. Alright, like that. Alright, and by the way, it's turned off so that I don't get injured. Because getting injured is pretty bad, especially if you're cooking, because it will be really hot, especially if the fire is on. Then we put the shredded chicken in, like that. Just put everything in there. And some of those small parts right there. Because we want all the chicken for this so that it tastes absolutely amazing. Alright, like that. And then next up, we're putting the hot dogs in. Let's put everything in there. Get the small hot dog, get the ones that stick as well. That, then that. And alright. Just gotta do this. Do that. And do that. And also, we can't avoid putting hot dog in because that's one of the ingredients, even though you might think it's healthy. As well as the chicken. Yeah, it's healthy. Alright. And then we put the soft carrots in. Alright, like that. And put everything in there. One of the carrots, just decided to clean itself. Alright. That's. It might fall. So you gotta be careful with that, because if a huge part of it falls, like most of the chicken or most of the hot dog, most of the carrots, it will not taste as good as it usually will. And then we pour the chicken stock in. This is what, yes, and then we boil it. So this is what we got from boiling the chicken as well as the carrots, some chicken stock. So let's pour it in. Cut. And we'll be back. Alright, so we're back. And now we let it boil for a little bit. Now we're gonna add the milk, the salt, and the pepper. So let's start off with the evaporated milk. And I forgot to mention we're also gonna add the macaroni. We pour all of it in. Alright, there we go. Pour all of it in. And also this is for the extra taste, the thing that we want. Because everything that tastes good, it's good. Alright. And any moment now, we should be out of milk. And we're gonna add the salt and pepper. But first, we'll do the macaroni. And also, we wash our hands so that none of this, gets germs. Because germs in food is actually really bad. It's what we call food poisoning. And sometimes you can die from it. So we don't want germs in our food. And alright. And then you can add more water because most of the macaroni will probably absorb the soup. And it will make it dry, And alright. My mom is doing that in this. Because it's hot. So the thing that we're using is already pretty hot, and I don't like hot things. And alright. So later we'll add our cabbage and celery, because if we put them in now, it won't really be as good. You can add a little bit of salt and even ginisa. Alright.
Add in more water.
And so now let's add in more water. Alright, we're waiting for the water, and alright. Are we gonna pour all of this in? Or? Yes. So pour everything in. Alright. And there we go.
Mix it and we'll let it boil.
Alright, so we'll be back because we're gonna let it boil for a little more while. I'll be back later. Alright, so we're back, and we already added the celery. And now we're just gonna have to put the cabbage. We also put chicken cubes in, for that extra taste. Okay. Oh my god. Just like that. Put it in an array of them. And this is the last one I'm gonna go to put. I'll be back to you with the finished product. I'll see you later with the finished product.